Hey there. So I want to talk to you about the power in the pivot. The power in the pivot. First of all, thank you so much for joining me on my channel. From time to time, I want to drop something as it's dropped in my spirit. So we are in the craziest of times. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, completely unprecedented. Honestly, I'm getting to the point where I'm tired of using the word unprecedented, but I guess it's the one that fits for what we're living in. If you would wrap your mind around where we are instead of getting frozen, I feel, in fact, I know that there is greater ahead of you. But you have to remember the power in the pivot. So what is the P for? The P is for persistence. Now is not the time to give up. Now is not the time to give in. Now is the time to remember who you are. Recognize who you are. I mean, honestly, maybe it's time to just look in the mirror and see all the beautiful stuff that God created when He created you. God didn't have time, my mentor said, to make a nobody. And so here you are. It's time to be persistent, time to push over, under, around, and through. Not only that, but I pivot, the power in the pivot. It's time to be inventive. It's time to be inspired. Guess what? I've noticed that there are folks who are prospering in the pandemic. Shouldn't that be you? Shouldn't it be you? I mean, who are you not to be great, gorgeous, amazing? The poem says, who are you not to prosper in the pandemic? But you can't prosper if you're paralyzed. So again, time to wrap your mind around it and dig deep into your inspiration. Dig deep into your creativity. Be inspired. Be inventive. Not only that, but be. The key word today is virtually. So what can you do that you did before virtually? What couldn't you do that you could maximize the moment and do virtually now? So to prosper in the pandemic, to have power in your pivot, I want you to think about what you could do right now virtually to take your business, take your life, take your relationship skills, take whatever it is that makes you special and level up to that next level. So working virtually. Oh, there are opportunities around us every day, but do we open our eyes and maximize it? Just the other day I was in my kitchen, I was walking around and God just hit me. Just right there. It was like as soon as my mind was clear of my stress and my woes and my freak out for the day. I mean, can we just be honest? Sometimes we have a freak out of the day, right? I mean, we push through it to the other side, but there are those moments. So once I got finished with that and I got my mind clear and I got my mind into the right space, the divine space, God hit me with the opportunity. So how many times has that happened to you? How many times has God given you an opportunity and you said, maybe not, or you just forgot about it? You didn't maximize the moment. In order to find the power in the pivot, you've got to seize the moment. Carpe diem. Seize the day. Seize the opportunity and act on it. T is for talent. The power in the pivot, right? So T is for talent. You are talented and you have the time to be great. Take the time. Hey, most of us are at home. We're still quarantining in place. Everything isn't completely open. So you're probably spending more time at home than you have in a while. And didn't I say it earlier? God didn't have time to make a nobody. Another great T is the word temperance. Temperance is one of the fruit of the spirit. And so temperance means abstaining, holding back. So Lee, why are you talking about this? I'm talking about it because temperance also reminds me of self-control. If we're going to have power in the pivot, we have to have some self-control. It's time for us to stop freaking out. It's time for us to be everything that we were called to be. But we have to have what? Temperance, self-control. Don't forget, you can be whoever you were designed to be. You can have whatever you were designed to have. You can go beyond any limitation you have put in your mind. But first, you've got to recognize the power in the pivot. Thanks for joining my channel. Thanks for coming by. I hope you like this, you share this, you subscribe. I can't wait to share more. But for now, don't forget, the power is in the pivot.